Hey everyone, so I'm going to do a little series of videos on kind of like my favorite products because I get asked a lot like what are your favorite eyeshadows, what's your favorite foundation, mascara, eyeliner. So I'm just kind of going through the different things, talking about what my favorite ones are that I use pretty much all the time. And yeah, so hopefully this is somewhat helpful for you guys. So I'm going to start with primers. I always use a foundation primer. In the winter, I try to use ones that are a little bit more like moisturizing feeling. I really love the Makeup Forever HD primer, which I used all of it and then I wanted to try something else. So I got the Laura Geller Spackle, which I've been going through quite a bit, which I also really like. I think I like the Makeup Forever one better, but I just wanted to try something else because this is a little bit cheaper in price and I heard a lot of good things about this. I do really like this one, but I think I definitely prefer the Makeup Forever one instead. For foundations, I've been loving BB creams. So some of these you can get. This one you can order off Lily's shop. I'll put the link below. That's where I ordered it. I love this. It's a little dark for me now because I'm getting so fair, so I can kind of use it, but it's getting too dark for my skin. So I'll go back to using this again in the summer. But I love this. It has great coverage. It just feels really nice on your skin. So I love, love, love this one. Clinique, their BB cream is pretty easy to obtain. Also, MAC has one too, which is very sheer. It's more of I would call it more of like a primer than a BB cream because it doesn't really have a lot of coverage. This one has pretty good coverage. This was actually too light for me when I got it, and now it matches my skin tone, so I'll be using quite a bit of this. Also, one that I've been loving. It's actually made in France. This is tricky to get. I've even looked up online how to order it and it's ridiculously expensive. But my sister-in-law got it from Japan because that's where she lives. So I'm going to see if I can get her to grab me another one because I love, love, love this one. And I really like the applicator because it's so small. You only get like the right amount because you don't need very much. This has really, really good coverage. It covers very, very well. And this one's getting a little bit too dark for me as well because I'm getting so fair. Another foundation that I love, that I always go back to this, I've been using it for a while, then I stop using it, I start using something else, and then I go back to it, is the Clinique Even Better. This has really great coverage. It actually it's supposed to like even out your skin tone, so it has stuff in there that helps even out. So it evens and corrects your skin tone. So I love, love, love this. I love the way it looks. Like I have it on right now. It looks really nice on the skin. It covers really well. So I've been loving that. For concealers, I have a few. I really love the Instant Age Rewind where it has the little spongy topper thing. This has really good coverage and it doesn't get cakey or heavy. So it's nice for like under the eyes. I really like it. Also for under the eyes, I love the Garnier Skin Renew. It's just like adds some moisture under there, especially in the winter when my skin gets really dry and kind of yucky. I've been using that. Also to add like brightness under the eyes, I really love this MAC Prep and Prime highlighter. This is Radiant Rose. Comes in another color too that's more of like a yellowy undertone. This is more of like a rosy undertone. And I use it pretty much every day. I just kind of put it in the inner corner here to just kind of brighten up the eye area. And for another concealer, this is more of a heavier coverage, is the Hard Candy Glamouflage, which I really like. Right now my skin is so angry at me. I'm not really sure what its problem is, but I have so much like acne on my face at the moment that I have to like cover, and it's because I'm so fair, it gets so red, it's hard to like cover it up. So I've been using that to have the extra coverage to cover that up. Also, another concealer I've been really liking is the Erase Paste by Benefit. kind of has a pinky undertone to it. It's really good for under the eyes to cover up darkness. If I don't get enough sleep, it gets really dark under there and I use that and it covers it really well. For highlighting products, I really love High Beam by Benefit. This is just like a little baby one that I've gotten as a set. It's just a really beautiful kind of shimmery color, and I just kind of like put it on my cheekbones and down the nose. It just adds a really beautiful highlight. Girl Meets Pearl is another really pretty one. This one you could also mix with your foundation to make it a little bit more luminescent. For cheeks, let's see. I've been using, because it's winter, more creamy kind of products. I love this Tarte True Love little stick. Once I run out of this, I'm going to buy a new one, but I mean, I've just been using this little baby one, but there's still quite a bit of product. I mean, it lasts forever. You don't need very much. It's got a really nice tint to it. It just looks very sheer, but it gives a nice amount of color. Also, the Posy tint, this is by Benefit. This is a newer color. They have a few different one of these. I just love this because it's like this really cute kind of baby pink color, and then you just can kind of blend it. And it's like a stain, so it stays on, but just a sheer wash of color. Another thing that's fairly new are these Dream Bouncy blushes. I've been loving these. And they dry to kind of a powder finish, so if you don't want a kind of dewy, like I have the Posy tint, it kind of has that sheen to it. If you don't want that, these are great because they dry to a powder finish. They come in tons of different colors. I just have a couple of kind of my favorites. This is like an orangey, it's like a baby peach. This is more of a bright pink, which I love this one. I wear that one quite a bit. And then this one, which is Coffee Cake, is really nice as like a bronzer. It's kind of a bronzy kind of color. And I just kind of mix this with a more pinky color on my cheeks. And then for bronzers, because it is winter and I tend to use a lot of bronzer, I will either use Tarte's Exposed, which I love, and I've had this for a while too, and I mean, it takes a long time to get through. You don't need very much. The color payoff is great. It stays on. It doesn't like get eaten up by your makeup halfway through the day. It just stays, and they have such beautiful colors. I love Doll Face by them. I know they just came up with a bunch of shimmery ones, but I like the more matte kind of colors. I also love this little set by Too Faced. I love the Chocolate Soleil. It's like the perfect bronzer color for me. And this is really beautiful as like a highlight. And these as well, they're like bronzers mixed with highlights. So it has like a nice like sheen to it. But I mostly use the Chocolate Soleil one. And then for powder, I don't wear powder very much. If I wear powder, either I wear this, which is the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. This is in light. So I either use this or I use Studio Fix. Studio Fix is very heavy powder. I use it a lot in the summer because my skin gets very oily in the summer. So I use Studio Fix quite a bit. But in the winter, because I don't, sometimes you just need to powder a little bit, I use this because it'll make it matte, but it's not a super heavy powder. It's very soft. So that would be my favorite powder. So yeah, that's basically all kind of my go-to favorite products that I highly recommend and back up. I mean, I know there's a couple products that I'd like to try. Maybelline, I believe, came up with the Lumi, these like shimmery kind of primers that I really want to try one of those, mixing it with my foundation. Then I can do that with the Girl Meets Pearl. But if you wanted like a more affordable kind of idea of this, you could try that because it sounds like it's a really great product. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. I hope this was somewhat helpful, and I hope you guys have a great day.